Okay, we are live right now.
Okay.
So, did you guys all have a chance to? I'm sorry about the mix up with the capital P. Just for future reference, it's always going to be the same. So it'll always be capital P Paleo 8020.
Okay.
Okay, noted.
You.
So did you have a chance to look through the site?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Gia, would you like to go first this time?
Wait. Okay, sure. Um. Wait. Well, today I reviewed the 21 days sugar detox program. My five key insights for today are: number one, our product should have a getting started checklist program in the site and the option to print the checklist as well. Number two, our product should have a quick start guide that's really quick and not an 82-page PDF. Number three, our product should have an audio series for each day. Number four, our product should have a forum so that members can share their experiences and they can support each other. Number five, our product should have an email sign up form so that we only send the daily emails to those members who have signed up to take on the challenge with us. Going back to the first site, which is our product should have a getting started checklist program in the site and the option to print the checklist. I found it interesting because having a checklist ensures that the user understands the terms and conditions as well as to help them navigate their way through the site easily. And I think it would be better that instead of just providing them with a printable checklist, we should be able to provide them with a checklist much like in Asana, in which when you've completed the task or the item, you can click the check mark icon and then the item is automatically archived. In that checklist, we should also require them to like our social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Pinterest. I found the second insight interesting, which is our product should have a quick start guide that's really quick and not an 82-page PDF. Because if we mean quick guide, it should be a quick guide. But then we can also give them an option to read other materials that's more consecrated on one topic. I found the third insight, which is our product should have an audio series for each day. Interesting because I think it would be great for Kimberly to cheer them on and to inspire them during the challenge. It would be great to have a pre-challenge and post-challenge audio recordings to boost and congratulate them when they've completed a challenge. I think the audio recording should be made available daily and like not at once. I found the fourth insight interesting, which is our product should have a forum so that members can share their experiences and they can support each other. Because if there's one thing anyone going through this kind of program needs, it's the support from the community members. And we also gain insights from the members. Finally, I found the fifth insight interesting, which is our product should have an email sign up form so that we only send the daily emails to those members who have signed up to take on the challenge with us. Because first, only members who sign up for the 21-day challenge should be given access to the resources for the daily challenges. Second, so that the members will know and feel that we are indeed walking with them hand in hand every day during the challenge. And lastly, so that members will have something to expect, sort of like a certain element of surprise. So that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Gia.
Um,
I really like what you said about including liking our social media
Yeah,
pages
yeah.
on the checklist. I really like that. I think that's a good idea.
It's great. Yeah.
So, for me, it's basically almost the same as yours, Gia, but I will go through it anyway. So today I reviewed 21 BSD program by Diane Sanfilippo. My four key insights from it are: one, our product should have a checklist of instructions to foster smooth transition to paleo eating. Two, our product should have user intuitive platform. Three, our product should include exercise or workout routines. And four, our product should send out daily emails if we are going to launch a challenge like program. So the first insight, having a checklist of instructions for pre-paleo eating is necessary to help set their minds on the changes up ahead. 21 DSD has this in place. So this will help them not to feel so overwhelmed on day one and make the transition as smooth as possible. Going through the checklist will bring about questions that can be answered before they begin their journey, granting them confidence to take on what's to come. This checklist could entail advanced grocery shopping, make ahead meals, replacement foods, etc. The second insight, having a user intuitive platform is very necessary because information that's not presented clearly will cause unnecessary stress to the customer. For instance, the 21DSD website is full of helpful information, but I had to download everything first. How to get started is not readily evident in the website or the dashboard. I'm not sure if it's because of the upgrade that they did, but regardless, they should have provided a way for the site to be user intuitive. It can be frustrating to have to analyze how the pieces fit. The third insight, our product should include exercise or workout routines, is essential because paleo is a lifestyle, not just a diet. We have to emphasize the importance of activities, just like 21DSD. If not an exercise routine, at least practical tips on how to keep active throughout the program. Else, it would feel incomplete, addressing just one segment of paleo lifestyle. The fourth and final insight, sending out daily emails. If we launch a challenge like program, will be good to set in place so that we can inspire them every day to keep going. This, in combination with a community forum and a regular hangout catch up, will greatly help in building their drive to succeed. So that's it for me.
Good. Mine were pretty similar to yours. Um, I liked the well, let me do it from the script. Hang on. So today I reviewed the 21-day detox site by Diane, and so our product should have a start here page. Our product should have the support area that is autofill. Our product should have daily emails for a challenge program, and our number 4, our product should have workouts and movements portion. Um, so going back to the first insight, I found it interesting. I know one of the things we talked about with the other 2 sites was it was busy and there was a lot of information. So I liked the idea of a start here button. I wasn't thrilled with just the PDF document, but that's on the 21-day detox. But I think it has great potential for, how do I get started? So if someone's coming to a site, they can see that and think that this is the area that they can start with as a quick intro. And then, so number 2, going back to number 2, I found the support page to be good because, and I liked how, did you guys look at that where it's the autofill?
I didn't notice the autofill.
Okay. Yeah, I pulled one thing up and then, so the support, too many ads. I think the site, they must have done an update and it's not, some things are not clicking the way that they should.
Yeah, they did
There's a lot of
put
broken.
they did put an announcement there that they would updated their site.
Yeah, so their support one was 21-day member support, get help, ask a question. And they put on there that it could take 24 to 48 hours to receive the help. And then you enter your name, first name, last name, your email address. It says, how can we help you? You enter in that. If this is an issue with a broken link or access. So if it's a website issue, they have that in there. So they must have tech issues a lot if they have that included. And then it asks for what they're using, what they're viewing the site with, a computer, an iPhone, iPad, Android. And then any attachments that you want to add, you can do that. So I thought that was good. For me, I think it helps me to see that they're responsive. If they're going to put all of that on there, that they're going to be a responsive membership site. Um, okay, so and then going to number 3, the daily emails for the challenge program. That's something that I like, and whether it include messages or video messages, just something as a daily accountability for that piece. I liked that idea. And then going to number 4, workouts or movement portion. I I think that with me, paleo, it started with the way that we were eating, but it transitioned into so much more, including, just not necessarily sitting down and doing 100 squats every day, but moving moving somewhat every day, whether it be going out for a walk or chasing my kids or something, but having some movement ideas that we can add on there. I think with that said, it doesn't necessarily have to be the CrossFit style workouts that you see on most of these sites. It can be, just some ideas of different things that you can do to work out or to move. Go for a walk, work in the garden, do squats while you're cooking dinner. Just trying to think of some of the things that I do. Chasing my crazy kids around. But definitely adding some movement into the lifestyle. So that is all that I had on this one.
It's interesting that all 3 of us almost came up with the same insights.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time that it's like one person wrote
Yeah.
insight. So I think that's good. I think we're getting somewhere. Gia, can you
Yeah.
share with us where the market insight document can be found for paleo? Have you seen
It,
that, Kimberly? 'Cause
it's
Gia,
in
I
the wait.
haven't.
It's under repository. Like, wait. I just closed the the window. I'll ask for your files again, or maybe you can paste it there. So I'm
Yeah,
writing something
we're good.
here.
So we need to.
It's
No,
it's
we
in
can.
the last row. I mean I wrote the minutes in the last row,
Okay.
or things that I actually like the idea, of so adding movements to your in the lifestyle that you said, Kimberly. Like it doesn't have to be, your the CrossFit style.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that most people are intimidated because they assume that because you're paleo, you have to be CrossFit, and CrossFit is intimidating. It's high intensity workouts. It's a lot of strength and conditioning, things that people either don't have time for or are totally not into it because they just don't like to work out. So I think there is a component that we could definitely introduce, being that you can be paleo and you don't have to be CrossFit, but when you're paleo, you have so much energy, you want to move, you want to do something, whether it be taking up, after dinner, this starting, spring, after dinner, we take a walk every night after dinner with our kids. Um, and that's our movement. I garden with my kids, I chase them, I lift them into the air, that there's so many more options than just you have to do 100 squats and 15 box jumps and 75 push-ups in 25 minutes 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
I guess we can instead, because if they need that information, it's quite easy to look it up, right? So
Right.
maybe we can provide more value if we, come up with tips that are fun to do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting, get being able to, move a lot and then have fun at the same time. I think that
Yeah.
would be more valuable.
Yeah. More realistic for me because I am not a. I like to run, but other than that,
Yeah, because when I was also listening to podcasts, I also had that notion that if you're paleo, then you should be working out a lot,
Yeah, same here.
or at
Yeah.
least run and make it like a daily habit, or
yeah. Yeah, and
be
I
very
think that you should. I
active.
think that exercise is healthy, but I think that there are some unhealthy notions as to what exercise means. Um, Not everyone is made to run. Not everyone is made to lift 100 pounds. It's different for everyone, and I know people who hate working out, and if they were told that they had to work out, they just wouldn't do it. So I do. I feel like there's a lot of
That's me.
misconception there. Do you
That's
say
me.
it's you?
That's me.
I
Yeah.
think it's one of the things that turns people off, and I don't. And I think that yes, movement is good, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a gym rat. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also I think it could potentially be one of the reasons why people think that paleo is overwhelming,
Uh huh.
because you have to figure out the food and you have to figure out how much exercise you need to do.
Yeah. Yep.
So it plays a big stressor for me.
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
Yeah.
These are good insights because sometimes I think that I'm the only one that feels like that because I've been in it, but to know that that's something that overwhelms you guys as new to this is good to know. My husband, when we started paleo, he had a broken elbow and couldn't work out, and he lost almost 60 pounds without stepping foot in the gym.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so you don't have to work out. It's just healthy to work out.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
another healthy component to
For
add to it.
yeah, personally for me, I've been quite active when I was younger. Younger. Like I'm really old now. But no. I used to play basketball. I used to play
Wow, really?
I swim. Yeah, yeah. I really like sports. But now my lifestyle is quite sedentary.
Yeah.
But when I try to work out, and I still try to do it, but I would get very hungry afterwards, so that I feel like okay, so I work out, but then I ate like so much after it, so I
I worked
feel
out.
like
I can have ice cream.
so it's not very effective. So I think it's uh I got this insight that I figured out I should work on how to eat properly first,
Hmm.
and then when I'm good at it, then that's the time I can try working out, such that it doesn't mess up my diet.
Yeah.
So
And I think
so
with
that's,
that
that's
said, that's a good point too, is when you do start eating healthy, you feel better and you
Yeah.
feel like you're gonna come to a point where you're like, I wanna be active, I am so energetic I can't sit on the couch and watch TV all night, and that's what kind of happened to us. And I it correlates. And then there's also ways to talk about foods that you can eat post workout. Things like a banana and cashew nut butter, or a smoothie, a recovery smoothie, and recovery foods that are better options than I worked out. I can have a Snickers bar.
Yeah,
definitely.
when you've actually like I remember when I think I was in college and I went on a like no sugar intake or diet for like 2 weeks. After that, you started to like feel comfortable in your own skin and the craving stops. And I remember feeling like I can conquer the world, sort of like that, because um sugar does give you like a false sense of I mean, like a fake happiness, sort of like that. So when I was able to like not eat sugar for 2 weeks and I was still okay. it felt really like I was on top of the world. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, foods really do give you those sort of feeling. Like if you feel unsatisfied and then you eat food to satisfy that kind of feeling. So yeah, it would be good to be able to, because before, especially I remember Bob Green. I don't know if you know him. I purchased one of his books because it was endorsed by Oprah, and I remember because his book was like sort of also a workbook, and he said there that not to adjust. I mean, not to like change what you eat, but
Mm.
for the first 2 months, you just increase your physical activity.
Hmm.
So now looking back, I realized that what you should do first is actually adjust what you eat or change what you discard everything that is unhealthy, because then you get the feeling of you can do this, sort of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think, especially with the sugar, it's interesting that that's what you cut out. With the sugar, sugar is such an um, inflammatory food that it's going to weigh you down. It's going to make your muscles ache and your body ache, and you're actually more prone to injury when you have, a high sugar intake in your diet.
Yeah.
Your body's not going to recover as well with the sugar intake. So it's interesting that you felt better that way.
Yeah.
And,
Now that I'm older, I feel like it's very difficult to lose weight.
yeah.
It's very difficult to lose weight. So yeah, like paleo is my. I hope paleo can save me. Can
It
save
can.
us, Alili.
It can. It can. You just have to do it. You just have to commit.
Yeah.
Actually, after listening to a lot of podcasts, um, it's different now the way I see paleo. Before I used to think of changing diets, changing what you eat as sacrifices, but now since I was able to learn a bit more about paleo, I tend to observe myself after each meal.
Mm,
And we're usually in the Philippines, rice is the staple, like breakfast,
Yeah.
lunch, dinner. We eat
yeah.
rice. So, so I try to observe what I feel after eating rice, and it's true. It makes you feel awful
Mm,
afterward. You get sleepy. Your energy is, I don't know, it flew out the window. But when I don't eat rice, I notice that I'm more energetic, at least. So, and my mind is clearer in
You're
a
not get.
way.
Yeah.
It's not muddled. So, maybe a little bit more, and I would be ready to jump on the paleo bandwagon.
I think you've already started. You're already starting to cut out things or notice things. I think
Yeah,
that's always the first step is people are like, oh, that doesn't make me feel good. I'm going to cut that out. And then you'll see little by little, you'll look back at your diet and be like, oh, I used to eat all of that, and now I wouldn't go anywhere near it.
yeah,
One of the things my husband and I like to do is when we go out to eat, we look at the menu and pretend like what would we order if we weren't paleo, or what did we used to order, and then compare it to what we actually order. And it's so funny to think like, how did we eat all of that food and still function? 'Cause that would just kill us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I always think that's the first step of paleo is analyzing your own food and kind of analyzing how it makes you feel, and what you could change slowly.
yeah. At least I made a start. Gia, how about you? I know you really want to benefit from it as well. So maybe
Actually, yeah.
little.
Actually, yeah. I started cutting the soft drinks. I've been off. I have not consumed soft drinks for 7 months now. Well, that's the only thing that I'm very proud of.
That's
Like,
a huge deal.
I only drink water, and if I have to drink juice, it has to be calamansi. It has to be natural, and then I just use honey.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing that I think that I cannot give up is coffee, and I still can't. I
You can
like
have coffee.
I like coffee with sugar and a little bit sugar and creamer.
Do you
So
guys have
yeah.
access to coconut sugar?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of coconut sugar here, Alili, di ba?
So just replace your sugar with
Not
coconut
sure.
sugar.
We
What?
have a lot. We have a lot
Call
of coconut
something else.
products here in Mindanao.
Okay.
Coconut flour, coconut sugar. I saw it once in the Balikbayan. It's the
Right.
Pasalubong Center.
I
Okay.
don't see it in Manila. So I have yet to
if
find where to
if
get
I
my
see you one, I'll
groceries.
send you one.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, good insights as usual. So we need to decide again. What product you're gonna review for tomorrow?
Oh, wait, Alili, how about Kimberly's you know, what was that again? The
The community
yeah,
thing.
the community, yeah. So what's the plan for it?
Actually, I haven't talked to Amar yet. So, what did we? What was our last? Or do we have any pending items on that,
For
or
doing
is it
a
based
seminar.
on? Yeah.
Weekend crash course to Padio, local to Kimberly's neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of didn't plan any further than that, and there's been nothing added to the buckets for it. I don't know if we were gonna pause on that just to see um if are we gonna focus on that or the membership site right now. I'm not really sure what we decided on that.
Yeah, and I do remember that you said that it would be better if when you do the weekend crash course, we already have the website up.
Yeah. Now, right now,
Yeah.
I'm working with, I've contacted 3 different companies that do videos just to kind of
Yeah.
see where we are, what the price points on making some of those videos. So one person I'm talking about right now, I met with them on Thursday and kind of talked about a couple options, and then I sent them a list today of, what if we started with like 5 of the time-lapse videos and then like 2 interviews to add to the site just to kind of launch from there. So he's working with just putting some price points together. I don't
Okay.
know what video stuff normally costs, but I feel like everyone that I've talked to has been really expensive. Um,
How how
so
expensive?
like $10,000 expensive for that
Oh my
package.
goodness.
Yeah. So I don't know if that. I mean, for me, I'm like, that's outrageous, but I'm not in the business. I don't know anything about this kind of stuff. So I messaged Damar to see kind of what he was thinking price wise. And then today, actually, right now while we were talking earlier before the call, I was looking at Facebook to find local colleges to see if any of the local college students are advertising their work on Facebook. And I think I'm making some headway there to try to see if I could find maybe just some poor college students that want some work. We could go
Yeah.
from there. Um, so that I think that would be good to have, and we would need someone also before I did any conferences because I think Amar talked about wanting to videotape those also.
Yeah. Yeah. You did say
Now
that.
my other thought is my husband's pretty good at like, I mean he does like website design and things like that for the government. But I wonder, he has background in graphic design and stuff too. So I think I might talk to him and see what he could do as far as the time lapse videos, just to see if he has any ideas on if he could do them, and maybe just try one and let him see what he could work with.
Yeah. Okay. That will be interesting.
Yeah.
I think you just need your smartphone
Well,
and
that's
not.
what I keep thinking too. Can't I just do it all with my smartphone? But I feel like
Yeah.
the time lapse videos, there's a lot more editing to it than what.
Yeah, but then we could outsource the editing part.
Okay, that's good thought too. I didn't
Because
think of
I
that.
think, because I think what's expensive is the actual filming.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
But with the editing, I think we can, there are a lot of people on Upwork who can
yeah.
do that for us at a competitive price.
Okay. So that's good to know too. Then and I even have a video camera that hooks up to my computer, so I think that that might be a better option. I'm maybe this week my goal is to try one, and then we can see what we can do with it.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I have some
Right there.
cauliflower in my fridge. I'll try a cauliflower rice video and then see what we can do with it.
Cauliflower rice. Wow, it's interesting.
Cauliflower rice is delicious
And wait for the video.
and quick for the video. Yep. Okay. That sounds good. All right. Did you guys have any thoughts on another website to try? Another
Hmm.
um,
How about Marxism's 21 Day Transformation?
okay.
What do you think?
That sounds good. He's good. He's like if there's anyone we want to be like, it's Mark Sisson.
His name is pretty big out there in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of the um I don't want to say he started paleo, but he definitely defined paleo. Okay. And I think I might already have that. I think this might have been one of the ones we already bought. Um, so I'll see if I can log into that. If not, I'll buy it and then send you the information.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
But for now, do you have other ideas, guys? Like, yeah, we can do the whole community thing, the local community thing, and that would actually be really good to know to define what we're gonna include in our mass market program. But do we have any other ideas as of this point? Are we feeling confident that we're gonna come up with a really good product?
I'm actually confident that you will because Kimberly is very good.
Yeah, yeah, of
And
course, Kimberly is very good.
yeah,
Thanks.
what she does and she knows a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think it's just
definitely.
I think it's just a technical part, right, Kimberly? Like we need we need someone. I don't know. Are we going to hire someone, Alili, for the website, the
Yeah,
memberships?
definitely.
Yeah, I think I think we just need to be to talk with someone who's really good, so that he or she can sort of like put into whatever Kimberly has in her vision and mission. That the technical person can
Yeah.
project that through a website.
Yeah, I think that that's kind of where it is for me. I think that, I know a lot about paleo and I know how to cook and how to make meal plans and shopping guides, but I think for me the whole business side is so new to me that you know, I I don't know exactly how to do it. So everything's a learning curve for me. So I think that um if someone told me, "Okay, go make this video on this right now," I could go do that. But I think the abstract thinking of how to put it all together, that's where um, it's a learning process. So having these calls is helping, and doing all of this research is helping. But um, it's still just a learning process. I don't. I was never in the. I was a teacher. I wasn't in the business world, so
Don't worry, because we are
Amar
also
and Alili,
yeah.
Amar and Alili are there, are here.
it's just Amar. I'm just
You don't give yourself enough credit. Yeah, you do.
yeah, I'm just Amar's minion. No. So, I you know what, for me, I really like the idea to start with a local community because that's a solid way to come up with. I mean, it's not yet an online thing, so it's not gonna hurt our credibility at this point. because as a startup, I know I have no doubts that Kimberly will deliver. But if it's if it's an online thing, it's more difficult in the sense that you don't really know this person's, so you can't really foresee what they are gonna how they are gonna react, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
if
Yeah.
it's a local community, the the camaraderie is there. People tend to
yeah.
be
It's
very
more
supportive.
personal.
Yeah, it's more personal, exactly. So I really like that. If we start with that, there are a lot of pros because we can, one, help people. Two, we can, from there, from Kimberly's experience there, we can translate it to whatever products we need in the future. So it's a solid way to find out what we will need to actually launch the online program.
Yeah.
And third, we would have success stories, testimonials.
Mhm.
And lastly, if we have had a good run with it, then we will be confident as well.
Yeah.
So for me, I really like that. But as again, um, Amar advocates, thinking of other alternatives. So I think while we do review products, keep in mind that we are also looking for something else. But for now, I think our best option is really the local community thing.
Yeah. I definitely think the local community. I think that maybe what we could do is, um, think if you were going to a paleo seminar, um, and you're going to pay a price for it, what would your takeaways be? What would you want to get out of it?
Mm.
Um, I just think like if you're going to chart, if it's going to be something that you pay for, um, oh, yeah,
Hello.
that's my son.
This is
Um,
Jackson.
yeah, this is Jackson. Say hi. No, he's too shy now. Um,
So
yeah, I
cute.
just that's why I keep thinking like what would the takeaways be? I want getting the paper. What would the takeaways be for that? Would it be would you come out with a starter packet? Would you come out with and I guess initially I thought you would come out with um, like a starter packet. You're a month of meal plans, a month of shopping guides, um, and just like an intro to paleo packet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a good suggestion.
But guys, first, can we agree if we're gonna launch a program that's like a challenge, like the 21-day challenge, or are we just gonna do a? Because it doesn't seem like it's a good idea to charge a monthly fee. So I think there is enough evidence to back it up that we have to do a one-time payment.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's number one. Gia, can you please write this
right.
down?
Sure.
Insights. So it's gonna be a one-time payment. It's not gonna be a monthly subscription. And if it's a one-time payment, is it like a challenge wherein
That's
one
how the 21
will
day detox is it's a you do the one-time fee for the challenge, but then you just keep access to all of that information.
oh, you mean they don't pay monthly fees anymore?
Right, it's just a one-time. Yeah.
I think it's the same with this 21 day sugar detox, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But the difference is like if you have to sign another form in order for you to get the emails. the daily emails
Mm.
for that. Yeah,
I think the daily emails are for while you are doing the
the
21 days.
challenge.
But
Yeah,
after that, the email stop. Is that right, Kimberly?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
getting emails from them, and I signed up for this 3 months
Ah,
ago.
really?
Yeah.
Mm,
But are
okay.
those emails daily? I mean, you get them daily or
I don't. Let me just check a second. I haven't gotten one today. Let me watch for that and give you an accurate response.
no? It's okay. I just I think you're subscribed to their autoresponder or their email campaigns. So
Yeah.
you're getting you're still getting emails.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, at least for now, I know that we have one thing decided. I mean, one thing is straight. We're not gonna do a monthly membership payment.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a one-time payment. So at least we have one checked already. And as for the type of program, we have yet to, you know, because maybe at this point we're not confident that we have done enough you know reviews maybe. So we haven't yet decided on what type of program we're gonna launch. But it makes sense that we do a challenge type of program.
Yeah. Yep. Um, and some of these sites, that I follow will do, they have their regular site and then they'll just do, especially at the beginning of the year, like come December and January, everyone does a challenge. Everyone launches a, 1 month challenge that they, are sugar detoxing or getting their eating back on track. So it's always something we could keep as something we could add later or.
For our members, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
And that I've already started kind of working on scripts and things like that to do a 21-day program.
I think doing a challenge type of program um will be more interesting for a customer because you have an end goal in mind rather than just starting on paleo.
I think for me, what I was thinking with the 21-day challenge is to do a 21-day challenge for, if you're new to our site. So you come onto our site and that's what you do is you sign up for a 21-day paleo challenge where you're strict paleo for 21 days. And then what our site can do is teach you how to maintain paleo in the paleo 80/20 lifestyle. Because what happens, I think, a lot of times is people will do these sugar detoxes and these, 30-day or 21-day sugar detoxes, but then they just go right back to eating the way that they always
Yeah.
have and nothing changes. So I
That's
think
that's a
my
question.
thought
Yeah.
for this would be that all of our members start with a full-on paleo challenge, and then we teach them from there how to live it as a lifestyle using the balance of paleo 80/20.
I think I would have to agree 101% with that.
Yeah.
We can definitely start them on a challenge
Yeah.
and we can provide value as
Because as I was going through this website, the 21 day sugar detox, the question that came right out of my mind was like, after, I mean, on the 22nd day, what happens? What happens next? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, what will happen to the members?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after I did my 21 day, I don't think I logged back in until we started researching it. Um,
Oh, okay.
and I think I've heard so many people be like, "Oh yeah, I did a 21-day paleo detox," and I'm like, "Oh, so are you paleo?" No, And I think that happens too often. So people are seeing it as a way to restart their diet, but after the 21 days, you're just kind of left in limbo of
Yeah.
do I keep the detox or do I just go back to eating what I was eating? I lost 10 pounds doing it, so I feel great and I'm just going to keep eating the way that I used to. And people put this idea in their head that they can eat in moderation and, basically maintain a somewhat paleo lifestyle, but then things just start to creep back in faster than you can, know it. And next thing you know, you're back to eating the way that you were. You put on 15 pounds, and um, you know, all you did was waste 21 days
Yeah.
detoxing. So I think
So
So,
there's no
yeah,
follow up on how to maintain.
how do you have Kimberly? Do you have any ideas how we can make it stick to them?
Yeah, I
Like I
think
think we're gonna have valuable content on our site on our program, but I guess I'm just looking for something more driven.
yeah. So I think that just like the 21-day detox challenge, like I think it's good. So the 21 days would be, with a group of people. So we would start, at the beginning of the month. You would log in and you would start this 21-day detox with everybody. Um, and we would go through the program together. And then after the 21 days, I think then we start them on a different program of, paleo 80/20 lifestyle. Now that you've weeded out all these foods, let me teach you how to, see if dairy was your issue. Try some dairy this week in your diet. What was your reaction? And then have a follow-up call of, did anyone, decide that dairy is never for them, like me? I can't do dairy. Um, and then, slowly introduce, teach them how to introduce foods, but also teach them how to pay attention to their body, just like you do with your rice. What does this make you feel? Even if it's like we talked about having surveys. I think that it could definitely even be a survey. Now that you're done the 21-day detox, I want everyone to eat some dairy products tomorrow.
Hmm.
Keep this survey with you, and then fill out this survey after you eat it. How did you feel? What emotions were you feeling? Um, did you have any stomach pain, headaches, things like that? To then teach them, if they have no issues with it, that might be something that they could have in moderation on their paleo 80/20 lifestyle. If they
Hmm.
do have issues with it, it's not for you. Keep it out of your diet. Um, and then, the next one would be adding in legumes. You know,
Hmm.
try some peanut butter and kind of do the same thing, just to show them the steps of paying attention to your body.
I love it, Kimberly. I love it.
yeah.
I think we have it.
Yeah,
I think we have it. Really.
yeah. Now I'm all excited. That was good stuff.
I love it because that way we get them hooked on
Yeah,
an initial challenge and they conquer that. But after that, if we get them, on board the Paleo 80/20 lifestyle,
yeah,
that will be something else,
yeah,
right? So, yeah, I love it. I think it, it's gonna, we're gonna be really, really successful with it. So, good job, guys. I didn't expect us to
Yay!
get this insight tonight.
yeah. No.
Yeah,
See
that's
what
so
happens
good.
when we team up? No, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. I guess Gia, we should document this like just like what we did with book proposals. Like a program outline,
Ah, yeah, yeah, okay.
and we can work on it. We can work on it again tomorrow
yeah,
to come
With
up with
Kimberly.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
with
Let's
Kimberly.
come up
So,
with more specific, details.
are we going to uh, what was the
Rev-
next? Uh, are we going to postpone it so that we can
No,
work on the outline, or are we going to? Yeah, okay.
no, we should still keep on checking what programs are out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the outline tomorrow.
Yeah, then we can do the you can just write down a high level outline, and then we can work on it tomorrow. We can work on the
Okay.
details tomorrow.
Okay.
This
I'll,
is
I'll
good.
just I'll just write something from Google Doc and then you can supply details. I'll just
Yeah,
write.
we
I'll
can
just be
we
your secretary during the call. During the call. So when are we going to? I mean, first the site that we're going
we're gonna
to
the
review.
21-day transformation. Is it that one? Is that
Mhm. Mark Sissons.
yeah? So we're gonna review that and discuss our insights tomorrow, and then we're gonna
Marks.
go back and take a look at what we have so far for the
Okay.
program.
What time tomorrow?
Same time works for me. How about you guys?
10 p.m. 10
Yeah.
a.m. 10 a.m. Kimberly.
Yes, that works for me.
Okay. 10
Okay. So
a.m. Eastern.
let me just check our bucket for the week ending May 12th.
Written Tuesday.
Mm. By the way, Kimberly, is there any reason why we choose 21 days?
Um, so Amar picked 21 days. I think it's good. He just picked it randomly, but I think um it's a good number of days because what happens, it's kind of you go 10 days and that's your cravings start to disappear. After 10 days, you start to notice some results. But I think 21 days, well, 20 days, um, is really when you start to notice changes. So I think it's a good number. Um, it's really when you start to notice some changes, and then for me, I think it usually ends up being that I just go a whole month for myself. So I don't know. For whatever reason, it tends to work. But if you notice, like Mark Sisson has 21 days, and then there's the 21-day sugar detox.
Hmm.
I'm sure there's some meaning behind the number 21 on what it does health benefits wise as well.
Okay. Yeah. I think so too. Especially if you're saying that 20 days would be enough to, see changes.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a
Usually,
good
anyone who does paleo, if you try paleo for, um, the first week is where you struggle with your cravings. The second week is generally where you start to notice some differences. So I guess the third week is where you start to notice weight loss and health benefits without the sugar cravings.
in my mind. I'm thinking that it's a 21-day transformation, but we have to start 1 week early for
Mhm.
our checklist, right?
Yeah.
So if we start the first day of the month or
Yeah.
getting them prepped up, but we start the actual paleo eating a week after.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so like as soon as they sign up, I guess that would be when they get all of their pre-information
Hmm.
and get questions and stuff asked out of the way.
Okay, and
Okay.
we also have to figure out what you need for the local community program.
Yeah.
So we can revisit this tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Gia, how are you there? Do
No,
you have
I'm taking notes actually. So on the last part, I wrote um the introduction of Paleo 80-20 lifestyle by Kimberly after the 21-day challenge, and I just wrote example that suggests that they reintroduce dairy and see what happens, etc. And Then review 21-day transformation of Mark season, discuss insights on Tuesday, May 3, 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Philippines. And then Gia to make an outline for the program, and the team will work on it after discussing the insights. I actually wrote some other insights that we talk about apart from the insights that we read. And can you send me the insights that the script?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
think
that
I
I
should
can
just
put in.
send it to you so you can consolidate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, well, I'll
Oh,
send it.
and
Fine. I will.
yeah. Kimberly, when do you think? I think we should create a site, a task for because Kimberly will try to cook the
Yes.
cauliflower rice.
Yes.
I mean, we'll try to take a video for cooking the cauliflower rice, and she's also looking for videographers in colleges, right, Kimberly?
Yes.
That's what we're doing
We
right
can
now.
just,
So,
we can just add them. Gia, can you please add them to bucket 3
okay, sure.
on our
And
project plan? Did we miss anything else for the tasks?
um, mm, video.
Um,
For the
the local
community,
community. Yeah, the local
when are
community
we
thing.
going to discuss it?
We can revisit it tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I think if we come with some ideas for what that looks like, we could discuss it tomorrow.
Okay, I think that's it. There's nothing else from me, guys. If you don't have anything else, we can drop this call and continue our discussion tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
And
Thanks, you guys.
Kimberly, you will. Okay.
Yep.
Right. I
Okay.
just
You
I
good?
just remember that I just remember that you have the same password and username. I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yes. Yep, it's
For
always.
next season. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks,
Take care.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.